I'm Tim Minchin, and you are watching the Broadway.com show.
Welcome to the Broadway.com show, your weekly guide to everything on stage and off. Or as we like to think of it, the committee to thank Effie White for telling us she's not going. Let's get started with the news. What's the buzz, Imogen?
What do you miss? Aladdin Tony winner James Monroe Iglehart will join the Broadway cast of Hamilton as Marquis de Lafayette and Thomas Jefferson. He'll take over for Seth Stewart at the Richard Rodgers Theatre beginning in mid-April. An exact date will be announced later. Iglehart took home a Tony in 2014 for his show-stopping, pyrotechnics-infused performance as the genie in Aladdin, a role he has now played at the New Amsterdam Theatre for over 1,000 performances. He is set to depart the Disney Tuna on February the 19th, and we can safely say that Alexander certainly ain't never had a friend like this guy.
Your wish has been granted. Adam Jacobs, Broadway's original Aladdin in the smash hit Disney musical, will reprise the title role in the North American tour. Jacobs' final performance in the Broadway production of Aladdin will be on February 12th, and understudy Joshua Dela Cruz will temporarily take the lead with a full-time replacement for Jacobs to be announced at a later date. Meanwhile, performances of the Aladdin tour will begin April 11th at Chicago's Cadillac Palace Theater before taking magic carpet rides to cities all across the country. Additional casting and exact dates for the tour will be announced soon, but go ahead and consider yourself already one jump ahead.
Broadway's biggest night is going back to the big room. The 71st annual Tony Awards ceremony will return to Radio City Music Hall after detouring last year to the smaller Beacon Theater uptown. Mark your calendar. CBS will broadcast the event live on June 11th and look for the nominees to be announced on May 2nd. As always, your award season coverage can be found right here on Broadway.com.
Ready for your off-Broadway casting update? Set, go. Oscar winner Marissa Tomei, Tony winner Lena Hall, Tony nominee Omar Metwali, Brian Hutchinson, David McKelly, Nyan Gonzalez-Norvind, Austin Smith and Robin Weigert have been tapped for How to Transcend a Happy Marriage. Sarah Rule's new play will begin performances on February the 23rd at Lincoln Center's Mitzi E. Newhouse Theatre. Meanwhile, two-time Emmy winner Michael Emerson and January Lavoie are set to star in Will Eno's Wakey Wakey over at the Alice Griffin Jewel Box Theatre at the Pershing Square Signature Centre from February the 7th. We can't wait.
Don't you wish you could hop aboard a bus with the touring company of Something Rotten, chill with the cast backstage in cities all over America, and ask them all kinds of questions about the show and life on the road? Well, my friends, now you can. Rob McClure is our newest vlogger extraordinaire, and Bottoms Up Backstage at the Something Rotten Tour with Rob McClure will premiere on Friday, January 20th. McClure will be taking us all across the country and giving us a sneak peek at all of the hilarious hijinks that happen backstage at the hit musical comedy. Make sure you engage with Rob on Twitter and keep an eye out for the first episode of Bottoms Up.
Hi, I'm Lindsay Mendez, and you are watching the Broadway.com show.
You know our star of the week from his memorable performances on The Knick, American Horror Story, Roanoke, and of course his scene-stealing work at the tail end of the award-winning movie Moonlight. Now, Andre Holland has returned to Broadway in August Wilson's Jitney as the volatile Youngblood, a Vietnam vet striving to make a life for his young family. Holland is captivating in the role, whether he's making grand gestures for his girlfriend or becoming agitated at his gossipy coworker. It's a terrific performance, and for that, Andre Holland, you are the star of the week.
As some kind of wonderful celebration took place at the Stephen Sondheim Theatre this week when Beautiful, the Carole King musical, celebrated 3 years on the Great White Way. Broadway.com photographer Emilio Madrid-Cusa was on hand to take this hot shot of Shalina Kennedy, Ben Jacobi, Jessica Kingdom-Wynn, Paul Anthony Stewart, Liz Larson, Jake Epstein and the entire company. May they continue to move the earth under our feet for many performances to come.
Thank you for watching this week's episode of the Broadway.com show. We'll leave you with a peek at the final curtain call for the Tony Award-winning hit musical Jersey Boys, which ended its 11-year run at Broadway's August Wilson Theater on January 15th, with Frankie Valli himself in attendance. Enjoy, and we'll see you next week.